You are now listening to Behind the Beats. I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. This is the introduction to this podcast. Basically, what this podcast is about is it's a podcast dedicated to music producers, beat makers, composers, and just musicians of all kind. In this Behind the Beats series, we'll also be interviewing up and coming beat makers as well as a few established ones. It will be hosted on the Beat Yard as well as the Beat Yard YouTube channel. The Beat Yard is a blog dedicated to rising producers and beat makers, and also showcasing instrumentals and also artists who work with various producers and things like that. If you are a beat maker yourself, or you got some beats and you produce and you want to be interviewed on this podcast, just email thebeatyard@yahoo.com and we'll definitely check you out. Also, send us links and MP3s and let us check you out. Also, too, during the interviews, we're not going to ask the typical things. We're not going to ask, in addition to asking who are you, what got you started, blah, 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 who's your inspiration, all that stuff. What we're really going to do during these interviews is get down deep, really into the beat makers and get them to expose some of their secrets, some of the things they do, kind of give some useful advice. If they're making music, of course they're making music. If they're making money off of their music, how they're making money, different ways to, to really expand yourself and really get out there as a beat maker. And just also in this podcast, we'll also be playing some of the instrumentals, and some of the songs that they've produced, just various things like that. And we'll be doing some music reviews as well. We'll also talk about ways that beat makers can promote and advertise their music. And also, speaking of ways to promote and advertise your music, also check out the Giant Blast. The Giant Blast is one of the largest email blast distribution lists on the web today, with over 100,000 email subscribers subscribed to it. Not only is it a large email blast distribution list / newsletter for music and entertainment, but they also do marketing, promotion, and advertising for beat makers. So if you're a beat maker wanting to get your music out, you should definitely do it with an email blast. Definitely reach more people and reach more artists and kind of strengthen your brand online. I'm going to put all that information in the information box below. Also, the email address to the Beat Yard if you want to be interviewed on the station. Also, feel free to send us some MP3s, some instrumentals, some of your pages, links to what you do. Send that so we can check it out. And and all style of production is welcome. We don't discriminate. We do the up north boom bap stuff, the down south dirty south stuff. That even if you're just punching on a Casio keyboard, we don't discriminate. This program is for the beat makers. Regardless of what you do, and we'll let the people decide how talented you are. We're not gonna get much into that, but we're just gonna let the general public say, and we're just basically giving beat makers and producers another platform to really shine. All right, so that's all we'd like to say. That's all I'd like to say. Again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and I'll be hosting this podcast. Again, it's called Behind the Beats, and what it's about is basically what the name says. It's Behind the Beats. All right, take care. Hit us up.